All right, what's up, good people? It's your boys, the Beards of War, back again. Got myself, Thick Nick Fury, FBR for President, Fat Broken Rambo, Light It Up, Scorched Earth, and behind the scenes, Hey Hey Captain Jack. All right, so today, man, we got another BOW, we got another Beards of War spotlight, and that's the guy, the GOAT, Denzel Washington,
Hell yeah.
or is known by his family, Denzel.
Okay.
So it's Denzel Washington, but we all call him Denzel.
Okay.
This man, like I said, what can you say about him? He's got a catalog as long as like what long is probably one of the best catalogs of an actor that you can actually ask for. We're gonna do a
Absolutely.
poll at the end of this. It's gonna upset a lot of you because we left. I mean, there's no way to include all of his good work. We can only choose four. So for this one, it's gonna be four that we're gonna choose. But they're all good. We got some. We're gonna start with one of them that was selected for our spotlight movie, and that is Two Guns with Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg.
Is that
FBR, you
like
want to
two
get us started?
chains?
Two Chainz. Hey, listen, it could be
Two
Army of
guns.
Two. All right, man, go for it. What's up?
Yeah, man. So this kicks off. This came out in oh hell, when did this come out? Let me pull this up. Man, I'm fucking this up. Sorry, guys.
That's cool, bro.
2013, man. So I just got into Fort Carson. Sorry. So Denzel Washington, Mark Wahlberg, the late great, always amazing Bill Paxton, James Marsden from Cyclops, Edward James Olmos, and Paul Patton. So, anyways, what you have is you got a round out cast of Mark Wahlberg and Denzel are basically like partners in crime. The film opens with them going down to Mexico to meet with a local drug lord, Edward James Olmos, and they're trafficking something. So he's already brokered the deal with Edward James Olmos's character, and he's basically exchanging fake passports for cocaine. He's going to get back across the border. Mark Wahlberg is kind of the outsider. He's not welcomed into the private meetings with the one on one, the big boss, but he lets his persona shine like a peacock once with all the henchmen around. So they basically get back to the border. They get rolled up by DEA, ATF, and all those folks, and get pulled in. You find out Denzel's actually an undercover DEA agent, and then lo and behold, down the road we find out Mark Wahlberg is actually naval intelligence. They don't know about each other, which is the funny part. They both got tasked to basically find their inside man and slip into this organization and break it apart from within. And what ends up happening is they both get pretty much framed and outed by each other and framed for ripping off a series of banks in this small Texas town. And that's where the movie actually kind of opens and this tells it in reverse a little bit. They go in there with their masks on, they rob the place, and they realize that they're getting a lot more money than what they thought they were going to get. They got told to basically hit this bank and take out these social or direct deposit boxes, and they were just filled with money. So they're just like, "Fuck it, man." They made the call to take it all because they've got the local cops all locked up in jail, so it doesn't even matter. It was a great sequence, man. It sets the tone. Their back and forth, their charisma together is just phenomenal. I'd love to see Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington make more movies together before it's too late because they just bounce off each other really well. So what ends up happening is it turns into an action movie. Everyone gets betrayed. Mark Wahlberg and Denzel basically realize that they're two sides of the same coin, and they form a budding partnership when they realize that, hey, Mark Wahlberg's been outed by the naval intelligence slash SEAL community, and Denzel's been blacklisted by the DEA, and they all think that they're the bad guys, so they partner back up, and then they take out the corruption that's on both sides of the fence for them. Meanwhile, you're sprinkling a dash of CIA with Bill Paxton as just an absolute bad motherfucker, man. He's a great villain. Edward James almost shines. He's a great villain too in this movie. I just can't speak this movie up high enough, man. This film is fantastic.
Yeah, I think Denzel could have done a little bit more of these types of movies, right? Like that just shows you the range, right? Like the guy, like what can he do, right? I haven't seen him do, I'll call it like a straight comedy, but like a lighthearted action film, kind of like this, right? He's capable of just about anything. Like I said, teaming up with Mark Wahlberg, I think was a good play off of each other. Um, I would have loved to have seen another like Two Guns two. I don't know what we call it, Three Guns. I don't know.
Yeah, four
Um,
guns. I think
right.
they're
I
doing
think that would have
multiples
been
too.
I would have been acceptable. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it is based on a graphic novel, and they already have sequels out. So, I mean, honestly, all they got to do is tap into that repertoire, and they can get back into business.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think
Jesus says it's a comic movie, right?
Yeah,
he
it
might
is.
be getting
Who
a little
knew? Who
old.
Marvel, DC? Which one? Which what
I'm not
comic? Hey
actually.
Zeus, help us out, Zeus.
Yeah, man.
Let us know what comic. Marvel?
Great.
Was this a DC image? Like what we
Ooh,
got?
Two Gun, that's probably DC or something else.
hang on. I'm going to track it down for us right now.
One of those off-brand comics.
I'm actually not
You got
seeing it.
anything you want to add, Scorched?
Yeah, I mean, I
Boom
like the
Studios.
movie.
Hmm.
I thought it was good. Of course, and like you guys always say, it's just been reality. Like, yeah, because Navy intel officers are running around doing. It's just, yeah, okay. I will say
I think he was
the
enlisted,
name.
by the way.
What's that?
Pretty sure he was enlisted.
Yeah, they ain't run around doing that. But I would say that I like this name in it though, right? Mark Wahlberg. I don't know if they stole that from the that European car show. What is it? Two Guns, a standalone universe. Okay, yeah, it's off brand. Um, yeah, the car show where they were always checking out like these high end cars. There's these three European older, yeah, kind of older guys,
Top Gear.
pretty big. What's that?
Top Gear.
Top Gear, yeah. So the
Yeah.
guy that would never take his helmet off, his name was the Stig. So Mark Wahlberg's name in this is Stig. I don't know if they stole it from that, but it just reminded me of that. But I liked it. I liked the movie. Yeah, I like the kind of slapstick humor, some seriousness there. Yeah, they went a little overboard with like the seals, chasing them around and play. It was just that was a little insane, but star-studded cast. I liked the movie. I thought it was good, and my camera just decided to go weird for some reason. No
It
Same
idea.
character,
happens.
damn it.
Yeah.
Stay on
It,
target.
yeah.
All right.
Hold.
All right. So listen, man, we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll on. And we each have picks for our
Oh, damn.
Denzel
Sorry.
Washington movie. What's up? What you got?
No, Jesus in the comments, man. He's like, Two Guns is a good pair with another action comic book adaptation, The Losers. Two underrated action comic book adaptations. 100% agree, man. I think The Losers was actually 2010 and came out 2 months before the 18 movie came out, so it kind of deflated the sales of that film. Jeffrey D. Morgan, Idris Elba, Chris Evans, fucking phenomenal. And I think that's DC Comics, The Losers. But oh God, yes, yes, 100% yes.
Yeah. And listen, Jesus, man, thanks for being a friend to the show, bro. You definitely come through for us, man. And you're quick with it. I know Jesus, we deployed together. So that's one of my brothers from the sand. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into my Denzel Washington pick. Um, and my pick, I went with Book of Eli, right? Now,
God, great movie.
I know Book of Eli is one of those movies you don't anticipate for like a Denzel type actor, an actor of his magnitude in like a post-apocalyptic after the nuclear, blast, where he's basically everyone's kind of scrounging, they're searching for water, things where money no longer has value, and he has a book, he has a Bible, and his goal is to get the Bible west. Like he hears a voice that tells him to get the Bible west, and along this journey, he comes across a town led by Carnegie, played by Gary Oldman, another phenomenal actor, and to have
Yep.
these two on the same movie, man, it really was underappreciated for the type of movie I guess that it was because most people, if you feel like you're gonna have a Denzel and Gary Oldman, you probably figure more of a like a CIA or some type of drama type
Yeah.
movie, not really an action film. But they both played very well. The characters are very well. Mila Kunis is
Excellent.
also Ray Stevenson, late Ray Stevenson,
Late, great
is in
Ray
this
Stevenson.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah. So this movie basically just follows Eli and his goal to get this book west, and he comes across Georgia Martha in one of these this little house, and they're held up, boy. George and Martha about that life, man. They, like Carnegie's after him because he knows, Carnegie knows that Eli has something that he wants, and Carnegie wants to get a Bible because it allows them to manipulate people based on religion. So it's kind of one of those the storyline where the book is powerful and it can be used for something as it's not intended. So I think the fact that Eli went through great lengths to protect this book and the twist at the end was just one of those like perfectly done. It was,
Yeah.
they had lost the book. They physically lost the book. You knew they lost the book. Like, man, they got the book. Now, what is he gonna do now? And he keeps going west. And when they get to the destination, which is Alcatraz, he's like, I have a King James Bible in my possession. I'm like, what did he switch it? Like how does he still have it? And when he tells him to get pen and paper, and I'm talking about recites the Bible verbatim, chapter and verse, from the beginning. It gave me goosebumps. I'm like, that dude spent 30 years memorizing the Bible so he could deliver his message, right? And lo and behold, you go back to Carnegie and his group, and they have the book. And they break it up moment to find out it's in Braille. So the whole time
Mhm.
you find like, wow, Eli, all the stuff he was able to do was blind, and Carnegie went through all that trouble to get something that he was seemingly useless to him. And that movie is just phenomenal. Every time it comes on, I watch it. It's just one of those great acting jobs, like hearing him recite verses from the Bible, like during the fight scenes in the bar. He said, to the dust we shall return. I'm like, man, it was just a badass film. Underestimated, undervalued in my opinion. I think it's a really good movie. You guys should check it out. If you haven't seen Book of Eli, I don't know what you're waiting on, but this movie came out in 2010. Currently playing on Netflix. So yeah, by the
Dude,
Hughes brothers.
yeah, and yeah, the Hughes brothers got famous when they did what is it, Menace to Society, and then they went on to do Dead Presidents. So I know the
Dead
brothers have
president.
split
Yeah.
from time to time to do things independently. I wasn't sure if both brothers were involved in this or if it was just Albert. But yeah, man, phenomenal film. I loved it. So when I first saw this film, I was like, it's okay. But man, this is one of those movies that like sat with me, and I just wasn't able to get it out of my mind because I thought the message was pretty powerful about how, in the right hands people can do good with good things, and in the wrong hands, people will manipulate and do things, against their fellow human beings. And I thought this was a very beautiful message about the beauty and power of religion in both sets of hands and what motivations are for some folks, unfortunately. And Gary Oldman, man, got his fucking just desserts in that film because that ending is great. And shout out to Malcolm McDowell just for having that quick scene at the end where he's helping transcribe the Bible, man, because he's a pretty well known actor to come in and kind of cameo at the end of that. I thought that was really a nice touch. And yeah, man,
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson, God, I miss that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, great
All
flick,
right.
man. Great pick.
All
You
right,
want to go,
Scorch, man,
Scorch?
what's
Do
your
you
pick,
want
bro?
go? Yeah, man, lay it on us.
Or maybe we'll go with Rambo
Yeah,
as
man. You know what? Hey, we we are Semper Gumby around this motherfucker. That's
that's
or
right,
always
flexible,
flexible.
baby.
That's
Let's
right,
do.
baby. All right, so I dug deep for this one, and I was kind of on a mission to point out something that maybe a whole lot of people haven't seen. It's a movie called Ricochet, right? Came out in '91. So correct me if I'm wrong, but he got the Academy Award for Glory in like '89, and then he goes and does this movie. If he didn't win, he at least got a nomination. I know that for sure. Denzel Washington's an absolute powerhouse of an actor, so I don't know what his agent did to talk him into this film, but hey, man, I'd ask the same thing about John Lithgow. Don't worry, we're gonna get to him. So Denzel Washington is a very young and upcoming LA police officer, patrolman, and he goes viral in '91. So somebody films him talking a hostage down, and the hostage taker is John Lithgow, who plays like this menacing, like ultra, like evil, bad motherfucker in this movie, which is hard to believe.
Right.
And basically sends the guy to jail. And so what you start seeing is you start seeing the rising of the ranks, right? So he's in jail for years, becomes the head of the Aryan Nation, kills Jesse Ventura in like this gladiator phone book armor kind of fucking fight inside prison. Anyways, I'm not lying. You got to watch the film. And then Denzel is rising through the ranks, becomes a district attorney, and then an assistant district attorney, and then becomes the DA. And then John Lithgow plots his revenge, gets out of prison, and then starts dismantling his life and making it look like Denzel Washington is actually this scumbag. Like he drugs him and has a lady of the evening do some things on video that would make him look bad under the right lighting. I'm being vague here, man, because YouTube's weird. Anyways, so he starts dismantling his life, and then finally we start to figure out because he had faked his death when he escaped prison. We finally start figuring out that is figuring out who it is, and yeah, man, he has to rely on motherfucking Ice T, which was like
Odessa.
his, which was his boy from back in the day, man, when he was growing up on the streets in LA. And so him and Ice T, who's basically kind of running like an organized crime syndicate, so to speak, they join forces, and he takes the fights to the streets, and it's just a showdown of basically like outlining that John Lithgow is alive, and he's like this mastermind behind this ploy to fucking undermine this district attorney. It's this cockamamie ass HBO movie that was made in '91. It's not going to set your hair on fire, but man, if you want to see how far Denzel Washington has come, and fucking John Lithgow for that point too, I can't speak highly enough. This is an early '90s action movie that just shines, man. It
Yeah,
just
John
shines.
Lithgow, bro. Like seriously, I mean, the dude, Raising Cain, um,
Trinity Killer and
Cliffhanger.
Dexter.
He was a bad guy on
Oh,
Cliffhanger,
cliffhanger. Oh
right?
my God. So good.
So,
So
so
good.
I mean, the man's got he's got his place. And when that dude did what was it, Third Rock from the Sun, it was like no one thought he could do comedy.
And now he's
Third
the new
Rock from the
Dumbledore.
Sun is a hilarious show, dude. Like if you haven't
Oh,
seen it, like if you haven't come across that show in all these years, look for it. Like Google Third Rock from the Sun. John Lithgow is amazing in that. But
yeah.
yeah, that dude has range. He's another one. He's another actor that has range. And unfortunately, I feel like some of these actors aren't really going to get their flowers, so to speak, until they're gone and to really be appreciated. But yeah, I think John Lithgow is fantastic as well, man. I like that dude just about everything he's done. And he's like I said, Adventures of Buckaroo
Buckaroo
Banzai.
Banzai
Like
across the seventh
That
dimension.
Lithgow
was a
just
Hell yeah,
on
Peter
great one.
Weller.
the board, bro.
Buckaroo Banzai. That was a
Yeah,
great one. I
yeah.
love that one.
Dumbledore. John Lithgow is going to be the new Dumbledore. So if you guys,
Okay.
and they've got press photos of him dressed up in full garb. He looks pretty fucking solid, man. I can't wait to see it.
Man, yeah,
Nice.
bro. All right. All right, Scorch, man. It's time to light it up, bro.
Shine bright like a
Burn the
diamond.
fields.
Burn the
Shine bright
field.
like
I
a
like that.
diamond.
Oh no. So I got one. Everybody should like this one. If you don't, you're just not American or a good person. Training Day, right? Training Day 2001. You can check it out on Netflix.
Definitely got the Academy Award for that.
Phenomenal movie. He did exceptional in this movie. It's one of my favorite movies. So, star-studded cast in this. I mean, you got Ethan Hawke, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Like you had
Tom
everybody,
Berenger.
Eva Mendez. Yeah, just everybody was in this. So Ethan Hawke essentially plays a rookie cop coming to the narcotic unit in L.A. And the head of that unit is Denzel Washington as Alonzo, right? So super corrupt, but effective, right, in his job. Tons of cases closed, so forth and so on. Probably because he was doing some bad stuff, right? But anyway, the meat and potatoes of the story is, well, I mean, it goes all over the place. But one of the things I took away as the meat and potatoes of it is, he's corrupt. He took a trip to Vegas at one point and got in a fight with some guy, beat him half to death, killed him, actually, I think. And turns out that guy was connected to the Russian mob. So they're like, hey,
Oops.
you got to get us $1 million by this date at midnight, or you're going away. So he's shaking the trees, working working the streets or whatever. He ends up killing one of his, I think it was his first, snitch who became one of the biggest dealers in L.A. at the time. So he can rip him off of the money he had. He had about $4 million or so. He owed that million. Just kind of, hey, let's turn in 3 million, and this other million, don't worry about it, kind of a thing. He's all over the place throughout L.A. Everybody hates him. He's done people bad here and there. He eventually even tries to get Ethan Hawke, Jake, killed in this, right? Because this wasn't sitting right with him. He's a rookie cop, 18, 19 months out of the academy, just wants to do the right thing, and he just couldn't corrupt them. So took him by some Mexican gangster's house, said he had to drop off a package, I'll be right back. And lo and behold, he was set up to be killed because they're just like, yeah, he's going to rat us out because we killed this guy to get the money. And it ended up working out for Jake. I'm not going to tell you what saved him from getting. You guys got to watch the movie, but I will say that it's a phenomenal movie. Phenomenal movie, great acting all across the board. I mean, Ethan Hawke was super young. He looked like he was mid-20s in this. He's
Yeah.
probably a little older, probably 30, but whatever. But
He's
yeah,
mid
just
20s in pretty much everything.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, except for Leave the World Behind. But I will say this, man. Like, one of my favorite lines by Lonzo was when he gets that shotgun. I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
I'm certain.
I was like you just saw that other side of Denzel where he's never been the antagonist, right? He's always been the hero. So, and I really do believe that's what kind of led to his Academy Award. win for this because it was outside of his normal wheelhouse, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Denzel is phenomenal
absolutely.
and everything, but to see him as a villain, it's like and you hung on every word. Like I'd have been like, bro, I'd have been committing crime from day one. Like as soon as I met him, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do all that. Like he just had that much charm, that much charisma. He just smooth with it. He was like, the shit is chess, it ain't checkers. There's so many like of those
You're gonna let me read
Denzel
my
lines
paper?
in Training Day, right? There's so many of
Tell me
those
a
lines.
story.
Right. Is you entertain me. He did the way he talked to him and everything. But fun fact about this movie: Eric Roberts has an appearance in this movie. He's one of the like the big guys. Is it Tom
Oh,
Berenger?
Tom Berenger.
It is Tom Berenger. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
Tom Berger.
I take that back. Yeah, I thought they kind of look alike.
He was like
But
the DA in charge of
right,
weapons or
yeah,
shoots or something. You shoot somebody, then you got to answer him, kind of thing.
yeah. But I mean, I'll continue with my little fun fact there. Eric Roberts made appearances in over 735 different productions. He is the fourth most prolific English actor in history. So he has been in just about everything.
Derek Roberts.
Yeah, right.
I don't
Like,
even
who
know
would
who
who
he
would have
Roberts.
is.
thought?
Julia Roberts' brother.
Yes, Eric Roberts.
He's English.
Yep, English speaking, not English, not
Oh,
British. He's
Oh,
English speaking.
a vast
I
Meaning,
was
difference.
like,
meaning not
damn, man.
Vast.
like a foreign actor.
He
Meaning
is a great
English
actor at
speaking,
that point.
I mean, you said
right? Like, oh
English.
man,
I'm
let me go.
like,
He's
No,
English?
English
British.
What?
speaking, not English, not British. Not British, like the whole cast of Walking Dead that I found out like in season two. I was like, what the heck is happening? But yeah, so good pick, man. Training Day, of course,
Oh yeah,
that's a no-brainer, man. Great movie. Like I said, it's another one of those Denzel films I can watch over and over and over again.
absolutely.
And just the dude, like I said, he's got that charm, he's got that charisma, man. You just can't take it from him. Like I don't think he can. I don't think he can do anything but be like charismatic. Like I don't know if he's ever played like someone with like a mental disability or a different language. Like he's just smooth. Like everything he's in, he's just smooth. Even in Fences, he ain't had no money. He was smooth.
It's
Like just
Denzel.
he pulled it
That's
off. John Q, he ain't had no money in John Q. He was still smooth. Keeping it together, keeping his family together. Just I don't know, man. Denzel just got it. Whatever that it is, Denzel got it.
Dude, you know what I love about him too, man, is how humble he is. I think I shared it with you guys, but there was an interview where he did like a round table and he's talking like, and he's got heavy hitters. I think it was Mel Gibson, Oliver Stone, and a couple other folks. And he's like, I'm tired of people talking about how hard it is being an actor. He's like, making a movie is a joy. He's like, sending your kid to Iraq to get shot in the fucking head. That's hard. And like Oliver Stone served in the infantry in Vietnam, so like he's probably the only one at the table that actually understands what the fuck he's saying.
Hmm.
But like he's like, hey man, he's like, it just gives you perspective because a lot of these times, actors and famous people, they don't have like that humble nature about them. And I just love that with Denzel. There was another instance where a reporter's like, hey, who'd you vote for? And he like looked at me, he's like, none of your business. And I'm like, cool, I
Hmm.
respect that.
Yeah.
I every time the guy talks, man, it's like, shut the fuck up. I want to listen to what he's gonna say.
Right.
You
Exactly. And
know?
that's it. Exactly right. Yeah. He'll shut it down. If someone comes at him crazy,
Yeah, dude.
he'll shut him down just like that. He's like, hey man, and respectfully, and you gonna sit there and just listen to him too, like a 2-year-old, like,
you,
okay,
Right?
you talking to me, huh?
hey,
That's what you're
get
telling me,
your
huh?
hands off me.
Yeah, yeah, like what did Jamie Foxx say? He was like, yeah, remember that time I ran up to you? I wanted me to, you gave me one of those elbows right to the throat. He was like, I did that. And yeah, he was
Yeah,
like,
you
oh
can't
yeah,
just
I do
walk
that
up on
sometimes.
Denzel. You can't just walk up on him. I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
wouldn't advise it.
Yeah.
If you get to see him on the red carpet, don't walk up on Denzel. Okay, that's all I'm gonna tell you. Like, you do what you want with that.
Okay,
All
Hoyt.
right, guys. So, all right, we had a poll from our last BOW spotlight with Liam Neeson. Your choices were
Particular
Schindler's
set of
List,
skills.
Taken, Next of Kin, and Love Actually.
Next of
With
kin.
50% of the vote,
No.
Schindler's List.
Well, of
Close
course, it's a
second at
masterpiece.
41% was Taken, Next of Kin, and Love Actually, 5% each. So one person voted for each of those. We won't call them out for who they might be. All right, so that's the one of our last spotlight. For this spotlight, now listen, we understand Denzel has a catalog it goes on forever and ever. We can only do 4. Now we can do another segment of this if if you guys want. Like I said, let us know. Like hit us up in the comments. Let us know that's how things happen. You gotta make your voices heard. But for Denzel Washington, we have Inside Man, American Gangster,
Oh,
Fences, and Flight. So check it out. It'll be up on our channel under posts. So make sure you guys vote in the poll. Like I said, let your voices know if you have some movie that you'd like to submit for another Denzel poll. Let us know. Like I said, we listen. We definitely appreciate the guys that chime in. Definitely Jesus and all that. So we enjoy doing this, guys. This is something that as retired veterans, it gets us out of the craziness that's going on, right? Everybody needs something. We as brothers in arms, we enjoy each other's company. We enjoy doing this. We enjoy engaging with you guys and getting your take on it. Hey, Susan, I'm gonna get you on this show, bro. Like somehow I'm gonna hook you up because you always said, man, you always hold it down for us. But that's all I got, fellas. Anybody else got something they want to add?
Yeah, since you bring up Jesus, I'm like, and I notice his yeah, there he is again. His little icon there was like, we got at some point we got to do Three Amigos
that's right. El
just
Guapo
for Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Would you
Yeah,
say I have a plethora?
of hiding places.
Yeah, it's a plethora.
oh yeah, the good old comedy era of the
No,
80s and 90s.
that's all I got, man. Appreciate you guys coming out.
Hey guys, Thursday we'll be back here doing Welcome to Derry episode 2. So come by around 6 o'clock Eastern, and yeah, we're gonna deep dive into all the crazy shit that's going on in that show.
Man, visually just insane.
Yeah,
All right, with that, man, Thick Nick Fury out here.
Fat Broken Rambo out here. Be good to each other, guys.
Out, guys.
Sweet.